Oh, incidentally, does anyone know where 30 gigabytes of space might go on my solid-state drive? Because I seem to be missing that now. It's just
Nick
gone,
is really into
which is great.
vertibirds.
But oh, I like that. I hope we got that in the recording.
All right,
It's in the recording.
Let's go. Let's do
You
this
can
thing.
use that after credits.
Please, for the love of God.
Hey
Oh, wait,
everyone, I'm Josh.
wait, let me start the recording.
And god damn it.
Hey everyone, I'm goddammit.
I'm
Fucking
watching my
hell.
language.
Honestly, Josh,
go.
if you ever wanted to take a fake internet name, I think you should go with God damn it.
I feel like it would be difficult to make a
Shut
that
up,
be my
goddammit.
screen name on a lot of places. You know,
Start the show, goddammit.
I really should have seen that one coming. Hi everyone, welcome to the part where we try to set up recording spoiler warning. I'm Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Root Skarn.
I'm Mumbles, not Kelly. Mumbles.
And
Definitely not Kelly.
And I'm also not Mumbles. I am Seamus. And I have no idea what we're doing in this part of the video game. I remember explosions and then something about a vertibird, and I don't even know what our goal is. This is usually the part of the show where we
that Optimus
introduce
Prime?
what we're doing.
That we've said that before.
Some real trouble.
Is
This
it?
was
I don't
the
remember
part-
saying that. And also,
No.
Look
okay.
at that big old man.
This was the part of the game that was broken up by lots of loading screens as you move from area to area, trying to figure out which quest you can do that you hope is being quest related, that is the least stupid.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
That's the hardest part of the game.
It's like the
As
opposite
I
of like
teleport in.
a job search, where there's 3 people who just like really desperately want to hire you. Like, to the point where it's weird. And now it's 4 people because you just discovered a new one. But all of the jobs are dumb and you don't actually need to do them, but you feel like you should have a job anyway.
Yeah, I mean, at least your son has a viable reason to want to hire you, but it's weird that he actually wants you to do any of the stuff that he wants you to do.
Yeah, nepotism is as good a reason as any to take an interest in this conflict, which seems...
I'm glad
I don't know. The conflict really does fail to emotionally engage you, because you don't feel like you have a stake in it at any point. It's not like you meet a synth. You have a synth party member. In fact, you may have more than one synth party member. But it never actually factors into the main conflict. Like, you can't bring Nick here. Like, this Institute doesn't send assassins after Nick, and like, if you want to be on Nick's side, you have to fight for him. He doesn't like talk shit about the institution all the time, where you feel like you need to take down the institution because they hurt your boy. It's, it sort of lets all these slide because it doesn't want you to not support the institute. But by not giving you a reason to go against the institute or to support the institute, it means you have no reason to support or not support the institute.
But enough about that.
At the end of this game, I was just sort of like, what's the option where I don't have to blow up someone? Where's the one where I just don't do anything and just
There
hang
really
out?
isn't one.
Father just said, was talking about this quest we just did, and he was like, whether they meant to or not, the Institute, took that synth from us and turned them into a killer. And I'm sitting here thinking, you mean like every other synth? I'm sorry, the railroad. You mean they made it into a killer like all of the other synths that you just pointlessly unleash on the people of the wasteland for the armies of murder bots?
Game doesn't hold together even like the tiniest amount of scrutiny. It's nuts.
It's like, well, why was that synth a particularly good murderer? There's plenty of murderers out there. They don't get their own, like, bands of raiders. Like, why did the synth succeed?
Right.
Oh, well, because we made him a really awesome killer. Why? Well, because we make synths really awesome killers. And what the fuck is your goal?
it feels like that there was a team of writers, each handed the ability to write their own quests, and they were not handed a Bible of story or universe or narrative. They were handed a Bible of locations and art assets and told, this is what you have to work with. Figure out how to tell a story with this. And that's basically
I really think
it.
you're not far off.
And then they
Lately,
had
it's really
to
felt like the
sign-
franchises lacked central creative vision.
And then they had to sign a mutual non-disclosure agreement that they would never speak to each other until after the game shipped.
Your new quarters are here, sir.
So I guess that's where that line was supposed to go.
I feel like Skarn just hit the nail on the head. If the game has one problem, one overarching problem beyond everything else, it is that. It is that there is no central creative vision. This feels like a patchwork of... God, I hate that. This feels like a patchwork
I like that it
of people...
plays right when Campster's talking. That's the best part.
You should just, whenever I'm talking, hear that looping over and over again. Just play that over every errand signal, every time I'm talking on spoiler warning, whenever. But it does feel like there's no central vision. Like the problem is that that there's a bunch of writers and a bunch of creatives, and they're all going off in their own directions, and some of them, and every direction's potentially a good direction. The serious father metaphor thing that kind of is in this game a little bit, the wacky fun dark humor of the Brotherhood invading, or well, that's not wacky fun dark humor. What am I thinking of? Give me a good dark humor example. I don't know, the Raiders doing their racing.
Yeah, that works. Sure.
Okay, yeah,
So
Sort of.
the point is, like, there's everybody has good ideas, but they don't come to a cohesive whole. This game does not feel like a cohesive whole. Even the game design, like, you can have your plotches of land that you can build your own base on, but it doesn't really integrate with anything else in the game meaningfully, except for this one mission where you have to build a teleporter. That's kind of weird, right?
You already know. Definitely say you already know.
To find you. I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course.
Why is that
love that
line
you can
so
watch-
touchy? Like, why is it delivered like it's sensitive? Like, oh, let's share a moment. When it's like, oh, you know, because you set up this twisted fucking sadistic experiment with me.
In their delusion.
This whole game is based off of trying to like have a special moment with your son, and they keep trying to force it on you. It's been this way since the beginning of the game, Skarn, where it's like, where's my son? My son that I care about. And so of course they're gonna try and have this payoff, but the payoff just doesn't work because it doesn't gel with anything. You're in this institute wearing a fisherman hat and some pieces of a car, and that's fine. We're just here, and it's...
I agree with both of you. I think Mumbles is right in that they are very interested in having this being an emotional conversation. Remember, this is the conversation they needed us to have, because that's why we couldn't fail the previous mission. There's no way to betray the Institute in the previous mission, because they want you to come back and have this conversation, this particular conversation with your son. But Skarn's also right insofar as, yeah, the line delivery does not match what you would expect it to be at all, and it just blows my mind that they don't tell you what the words are that you're going to actually say, because this is just the worst.
There'll be something in this for me.
Is there in this game? I legitimately don't know this because I didn't spend much. I went through a few quests. I think this is like the last quest I did in the game. But is there any opportunity to just have a moment with your father where he's not giving you a mission?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the game.
Definitely get a moment with him, and we might even get to see it soon. We might even get to see it this week. I'm really looking
like, do we
forward
go play
to
football
it.
or something?
No.
On the roof?
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Is it the one on the roof? Is all I'm asking.
No, not that
same.
moment. No, not that moment.
Oh, that was my moment. Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
I'm
Let's go
curious.
dump off.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Basically everything we don't need at this point, because I think
you
we're
gotta
ready
go
to just
for the-
like abandon everything when it comes to grabbing stuff and everything.
We have to go back to Castle Skarn. Did Seamus
Yeah,
ever
the
see
art
that, by the
directions.
way?
You guys haven't seen that yet.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, can I say I think that the art direction in this game is somewhat better than the... I think it's better than Fallout 3. I think it's better than Skyrim.
Easily.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
totally.
my goodness. Yeah. In
definitely.
every way. Across
I'm not
the
a
board.
fan of the pipe weapons, but it's pretty good.
Like, I can't think of one thing that Fallout 3 does better art-wise. use of color is better, lighting is better, and I'm not just talking graphics. I mean, like, use of color to set a mood is better. Character models are less potato face.
Nick looks awesome.
Characters themselves.
Nick would redeem
so
a lot of
cool.
other stuff if it was done poorly, but
Yeah.
there
And there's
really
even
isn't
one-
anything that needs to be redeemed.
There's even one correctly animated, fully animated character, Piper, for some reason, who looks like, you know, a modern AAA character that emotes. She kind of makes everybody else look that much more like a puppet, but, you know, I appreciate that she
Yeah, a little bunch of
is
puppets.
animated.
So I'd like to pick up what I was saying with Chris earlier, which is, you know, Bethesda, since Oblivion, really, like, Morrowind was, I think, the last game where they really had, or at least felt like they had, a central creative architect. You know, people make a lot of these sort of contributions of one guy to Morrowind, of how he sort of, like, created all of this lore and stuff that sort of trickled downwards into a really interesting game. And, you know, he left after Morrowind, and after that, you know, the games really kind of felt a little scattered or spread over, or like people were just sort of coming in and adding their own things. And they never made a game after that really, you know, they made good games after that, certainly, the games that I would absolutely defend, but they never made a game that had a kind of feeling of an interesting, involving central world. And I hate to say it, but that's, not only is that what they need, but they need to bring in somebody else. Like, I think the thing they need to make their next game great is bring in a brand new writer or developer, just one guy or woman or whatever, somebody who can lay down the law and come up with a central vision and hold everybody on the team to it. And I almost guarantee you that they cannot choose this individual from their own staff, because I don't think anybody on the team is really up to it.
So
I really feel like we're talking about wrestling right now. This sounds like a conversation about WWE,
guys
and
ready
this
for
is
this
blowing my
shit?
mind.
There's
I
parallels.
wouldn't go so far as to say there's no way that you could hire from within Bethesda or find a person, because I don't know how much of the overall bureaucracy and sort of culture of the company. I love Skarn. Castle Skarn is the best.
You know what?
This is so beautiful.
Earlier in the season, I named an episode Skarn in honor of this sign. I should just do that again and name this episode Skarn again.
The thing that got me was that the episode you named Skarn was not the episode with the sign, where the sign was unveiled. So it's like the sign was unveiled, and I'm like, haha, yeah, Skarn's pretty funny. And then the next episode is Skarn, I'm like, how long is this going to continue?
I feel like that's my greatest contribution? Whatever.
Contribution is not your best contribution.
So I got my throne here, fit for a king, obviously, which I pointed out, and then everybody got distracted by the
elaborate pieces of furniture you can make in this game.
I wish that I hit people with folding chairs.
Yeah, it looks really weird. There's light out.
I mentioned this before, but what turned me off the base design this game was not the feeling that, like, I couldn't create cool and interesting projects. Like, you know, this looks pretty great. But when it comes to actually furnishing it, you can't really furnish anything that looks better than just, like, a generic shack in the middle of the woods. Like,
yeah, that's why I got mods.
Yeah, you could add, like, your jukebox, and you could add, you know, your TV, and your who's-its, and your what's-its.
It's not like Skyrim. Skyrim, when you furnish it, it looks good. Like, especially your own personal houses that you get. Oh my god, they look so good.
Leave me alone,
Yeah.
June.
It's like, and I said this before, but why can't I just hire some guy to make me good furniture?
Carrot.
Like, why that can't that be part of it? Or I could, like,
yeah, but
as
that
my
opens the
settlement's
whole
bigger,
door
I
of,
bring in a
like,
furniture maker.
why don't they make their own plays? Why don't they make their own music? Why aren't they making their own art? Why are we still using the same art from before the war, when obviously all this shit sucks? Like, it doesn't make sense. So no one makes their own shit.
Which is why I like the fact that the lounge singer in Good Neighbor seems to be making up new songs. Like, that was cool.
I love it. Yeah, and in the Nuka-Cola DLC, there's a radio DJ. Oh.
So,
good job.
Apparently, when you fast travel away from this place, weird stuff happens. So that's cool. We'll be back.
Okay, yeah, Josh, turn the light on. We need to get going with the episode. That would actually be kind of a cool gimmick in wrestling. Like two immortal rivals that are locked in an endless cycle of heel face turning.
Started now.
Where like one of them is pure and virtuous, the other's evil and seduces the other one to the evil side, but then the evil one gets second thoughts and like turns to the good side, and then it just repeats over hundreds and hundreds of years.
That would be good. I feel like there's probably a couple like that.
Did you guys see the new Star Trek or Star Wars
I'm just
trailer?
Gonna you guys keep talking in the background. I'm just gonna go. So
I didn't see the new Star Trek Warcraft trailer.
No,
how is that StarCraft Warcraft worse?
The Old Republic.
Oh,
what?
the new. They did another cinematic trailer for that game because those are great.
For the MMO?
It actually
totally
is a really
what's in that game.
It's a pretty cool cinematic trailer for the Old Republic MMO. Yes,
you remember how cool the first cinematic trailer was? And do you remember how ass the game was after it came out?
I'm not saying the game's good. I'm just saying it's a cool trailer.
Video game trailers that depict like an individual like confidently and dispassionately moving towards a large group of enemies and then like ballet dancing through them and murdering them all. Because like A, it's dumb and lame and I don't like it.
Right,
and
Morris
B,
dancing.
I know it doesn't represent gameplay.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside.
Try to keep up. Fuck you, X418. I'm going to just... Can you kill this guy? Because he's a jerk.
No! I mean, you can, but it's bad idea. I shot him, and I broke this quest, actually.
Yeah,
Did you?
And I really... Now that I know that Skarn is unspoiled for this ending, I really want to do the Institute ending. Okay, beam a bunch of kill bots. Remember, we're trying to redefine humanity, and that means we have to kill people with murder bots.
So here's the deal.
Synth soldiers
Father tells us
Power Rangers
there's like
armor,
a rogue
by the
synth
way.
that I need to go pick them up. And I think to myself, well, I'm not just going to leave that synth hanging. I'm going to show up and save them. So I'm like, okay, I'll show up, I'll kill my synth buddy, and then I'll walk through the firefight and grab the synth.
Yep.
And that is really a reasonable thing to be able to do,
attacking.
I feel like. But it doesn't work at all.
Josh, what you're experiencing right now is what happened to me. You can't go through that door. You have to go around. You gotta go to another door. You can't use that one. You gotta turn around.
The Brotherhood also showed up,
Christina
and now
Walken.
they're inside.
Is anybody shooting at you?
If they are, they should stop.
You gotta go around.
In fact, they don't think that I'm evil.
Okay,
So
if no one
exactly.
stops her, I'm gonna quit. I swear to God.
You gotta go inside and kill those synths. Now it's turned into Duster Rhodes.
Don't remember. Oh, here we go.
That's a pretty good Skeksis impression.
Hi, guys.
Thank you. Killing dudes for fun. Going in the basement to kill more dudes.
Didn't you play Team Fortress 2 with
the real Christopher Walken? I sure did.
or like with his nephew or something?
It was the real Christopher Walken, and he spoke to us and played engineer on 2 Fort, and it was the best years of my life. Yes. Like I said, the best years of my life. Get it, because you weren't there. Okay.
I hate this
Yeah,
level.
like nobody's shooting at us. This was my experience
God,
too.
this is
I actually thought I broke the quest somehow when I killed
I don't
my
remember there
synth
being
buddy.
the Brotherhood here.
Like I
No,
figured,
they're
no,
there.
the Brotherhood was here for me.
That's the whole point.
okay.
This
Like, when
is
I
the
got
battle
here-
of whatever the whole point
Oh,
this is.
right. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Like when I got here, I figured my synth buddy was supposed to aggro everybody, and then I'd be in the fight, and I wasn't supposed to just walk through
Yeah.
it. But then
Move, dude.
this is happening
Yeah.
to you too, so I don't know.
Yep, same thing happened to me. Where it's like,
What a
alright,
stupid quest. Oh, this machine gun decides. This machine gun don't give a fuck.
Wow.
It's a faction unto itself.
Hi, buddy.
It turns out that that machine gun was behind the whole thing. You get up here and he's like, "I've been waiting for you."
Hey, guys.
You there.
Oh no. Don't do this in front of Nick. Oh, I can't watch.
Oh, please don't.
Why are you so afraid?
Look at them. They're so useless. Why is the railroad like freeing these people? Like what? What are these people Wait, why are they wearing rags? Aren't these escaped synths?
I don't know, but they're ready for anything. Look at them. Look at them.
Oh, you have to do this with all these guys, don't you?
Beep boop.
Yeah.
I am a robot. You use my authorization code. Now I am turned off.
All right, Synth.
Please.
You're not leaving here in one piece.
No.
What? You're gonna murder
Sure!
Will this break the quest?
Okay, you have
Money.
to see. You have to realize. I really thought I'd broken this quest, but turns out this is how it's supposed to go.
Now use the reset code.
Authorization.
No, he won't even remember that he gave us money.
What a
Hey, you owe me
dumbass.
money, dude. Oh, I do? Yep. 60 caps.
Reset code. Hey
It's
dude,
like
you owe me money.
Nick.
Oh, I do? Reset code.
It's great that you got stuck on that box. Oh, do I have
All right,
to...
Synth.
Please.
All of
You
them,
have to
dumbass.
shut them all down
I
or
have
kill
to
them
do
all.
the- Okay. I thought I could do it, like, because
Or
if
Free half
you
of
can
them
kill
reset the
violence
rest.
thing.
Harsh but fair.
No sudden moves.
You can kill the courser. That is an option, but then you
Yeah,
go
but
to
it would
Yeah,
end
but
the,
that's for the railroad.
Yeah, but then we have to
Yeah.
go do the railroad
What would
shit.
it even
Fuck
mean to go up and
that.
say, "You're free to go"? Yes, you are free
All
to
right.
walk out through that door that was open before I showed up, and through the firefight I made no attempt to stop.
Oh.
No need to thank me, citizen. I'm only doing what any concerned bystander would do if they were very lazy, but also very virtuous.
There's still people wandering around down here.
Well,
I'm glad I could walk through this bloodshed to make a difference in your life.
You know what this
Do you have
reminds
any
me of?
money on you?
It reminds me of the original Deus Ex, where you like reach the guy at the top of the Statue of Liberty, and no matter what else
Yeah.
happened, everybody
Surrender.
is gone. Well, no, but like we cut through them like a hot
Don't
knife through
believe me.
butter, and they're all just gone.
Well, they're corpses.
Well, yeah, but like it's weird that the entire battle that was completely being waged while you were there. You leave for 5 minutes and you come back and it's completely over with a clear victor on your side.
It is weird. And that's actually, well, so the last 3 times I played the first Deus Ex, I did it non-lethally. So I actually had to be very careful to knock everybody out, because otherwise they would just come through and shoot everybody.
That's so sweet.
interesting. I like to play with a sniper rifle and a knife. The knife is for stabbing. The sniper rifle is for shooting.
It's actually
I've
worse
never-
in Battery Park.
So I have a
I've never heard
concern.
of a non-lethal playthrough that it was like mercifully about knocking people out so that they don't get killed by other characters.
You actually sort of have to. When you get to Battery Park, there's like a big firefight where everybody busts in the door at the same time you do, and if you don't knock everybody out, if even one person gets tagged, you like get a reputation as a mass murderer. And when you go back to headquarters,
way.
the armory dude is like you start bragging to the armory dude about all the bodies that you dropped. When really, you knocked out 4 guys and 1 guy got shot by 10 other men who ran through the door without your order.
Deus Ex never changes.
Man, what a shitty video game.
I know, right?
Bethesda can't make a good game about
All right,
being a rogue
Red Skarn,
agent.
no. Red Skarn, calm down. Calm down.